Good afternoon, everybody. This concludes another JawnCon. You survived. You are awesome. We did some shit. Fuck yeah. This is rated R for all those kids in the room. I don't see. We're good. Okay. Uh, Alrighty, so let's. I'm going to try to keep this one brief because rain and stuff is on the horizon. I want people to be able to navigate safely. So let's go over some of the numbers. We allocated 264 badges this year. We had 251 scanned this year. Uh, there was still cash transactions at the door that I still need to figure out the stats from, but that happened as well. We were well within the mark of the total headcount of attendance that I was anticipating for this year. Fan-fucking-tastic. Thank y'all for coming. We had a total of 19 talks across 2 days. We expanded by a track today. And we had 25 speakers involved with that. So thank you, speakers, for coming and giving your time and your content and your hearts and your love and your dedication. But without you, you wouldn't also been a part of our anchor of drawing the attendance of the folks here. And thank you, attendees. But anyways, nonetheless, I've heard nothing but great things from everyone about your talks so far, as well as, more importantly, from the students who come to this event. Let's talk about some of the other interesting stats. So we've grown our infrastructure this year, our networking infrastructure, and it's a whole lot smarter, wiser, and more gooder. And we actually have some fun stats. So we pushed approximately almost 100 gigabytes of total traffic over the course of the 2 days, excluding the video stream. So this is you nut jobs, researching challenges for the CTF, working with whatever AI subsystems you are trying to use to solve said CTFs. We had some learning curves on that. As it related, then we also had another fun permutation. One of the after action reports from last year is that we wanted to have a food truck for Saturday because we learned that the cafeteria down here is closed on Saturday. And we learned that last year when we were hungry and there was no food. So this year, Heidi, who's on her way to an event right now, as she's watching, she'll watch this later. Thank you, Heidi. Worked with me in trying to coordinate food trucks. We were not able to successfully secure food trucks. However, we did a hoagie distribution pre-sale thing. We had 30 hoagies sold. And the local shop, you supported the local business. I threw in a giant wad of cash to the tip for them. They wanted to give that back. I said no. They said, fuck it. It goes in the swear jar, so that needs to be tallied to it. So they're good people. Now your badges, we had at any point in time, there were about 30 of them on the network. And in total, I think I counted something like 70 some odd badges connected to the network in total. But one of the stats that I was trying to determine was to see how long did y'all mess with them on average? Now, the longest one was just under 3 hours. Now, in the context of what they did for that, neat, whoever that was, I want to know what you were doing for 3 hours at a time. But everyone else were working with them for about 30 minutes to 40 minutes somewhere, but you're bouncing around virtual machines. On the server side of it, OS 9 seemed to be pretty stable in a virtualized environment at scale. Haiku seemed to be. Windows XP started getting grumpy with a few of you, and I apologize for that. We don't know why, other than Windows XP. So, as it relates to our fundraisers this year, the one that I do have the stat for, excluding the money from the deli, we raised $819 fucking dollars in the swear jar. Thank y'all. And oh, thank you kindly. So thank you, South Philly Sizzos, for matching that fuck you in the crowd. Another fun stat was Nugget came to visit as the conference therapy dog, and he only borked at 14 random things. So that's an improvement. I need to start graphing that. Times that as y'all know, that the Handorf Household of Insanity has been a shaken snow globe as of late. And I'm quite proud to say that I only screwed things up at least 4 times. Quantifiably screwed things up. So there was one presenter, I screwed up your name. It was the Mask and Talk. I screwed up your name in the program. Sorry, that was pre-talks and my usability about that. And we've started some new traditions, and I forgot to mention that. So new traditions is the broken elevator. Yay! We are trending in the right direction. This year, no one was stuck in it when it broke. So even though it may break, no one was stuck in it. Please do not use that elevator right now. It might be functional right now. I don't want to meet the fire chief. Let's see here. The network had a weird boopage within the first 2 hours. That happened 2 years in a row now. We understand that situation to having been our egress VPN of choice, Proton VPN. I am not thrilled with that. So we egress to DigitalOcean, and to cover that near 100 gigs of traffic, anyone want to take a ballpark estimate as to how much that costs for the weekend? They did not sponsor or anything like this. It was about 60 bucks, which is like fantastic compared to, I'm glad it wasn't AWS. Um, and of course, since Nugget was here, Nugget's a good boy. He left no nuggets. And new traditions, he's a good boy. He's the best boy. So anyways, I wanted Jonathan to come up and talk about the network for the event this year because we significantly overhauled the infrastructure, and he was one of the volunteers that put in a lot of time, a lot of Becky, thank you for lending your husband to us multiple times. But we racked and stacked a whole bunch of new stuff, and he did some things that are worth sharing. So, John?
So we wanted to start something new this year. So in addition to what you can't see here, our own infrastructure, we built the beginnings of a small virtual ISP for you all to play in. And the goal is it's going to expand year over year. We're going to hang some customers off of it. We're going to continue on with some of the theming we did. But the goal here is to get people a chance to interact with something they don't normally get to see, which is scaled routing. We had 3 ASs you could see and 1 you couldn't. 2 of the ASs had multi-area OSPF running, and we had a lot of routes in the table. I should have gotten that number in my head before I came up here. But one of the most important things here is that we had an incredible sponsor in Vios. So this entire ISP network and the infrastructure that we ran on this year was built on their software. They were in a decent ISP class routing software that is open source, and they donated all the licenses to us for free. They have some pretty generous terms as to who they let use their software for free. I do recommend you check them out. For all of the stats he gave you, we were idling at about 5% most of the time on the core router that you were all traversing. And that was on 4 cores with 8 gig of memory. So that wasn't crazy.
And that was encrypting all the traffic out.
out.
Every single packet that you were sending across the links was encrypted, and it was just idling at that and just give me more, give me more. What are the rest of the lyrics of that song?
Yeah. So the only other thing I want to say is screw Proton, DigitalOcean all the way.
Yeah. and we've migrated successfully off of PFSense. So he's really happy over that.
On that, also, we had a new member join the infrastructure team. So Bill helped out tremendously this year. He's
Hi, Bill. Back to the mountain with you, Bill.
Back to Russ.
Oh, well, thank you. So yeah, the network worked. It was smooth. The university was also very helpful in trying to help us bring connectivity to weird points on the campus, as well as while the blip was going on, trying to determine whether the problem was us or something between us and the internet, mainly them. It was us. Well, not necessarily us. It was our choice in egress provider, but it all ended up working out just fine in the end. Alrighty, Dave, where are you? There you are, Dave. All right, so this year, Dave was the primary architect of the CTF events, and I wanted him to go over some of the highlights of the madness that, like, we have all these ideas and brainstorm of all the ways that hurt.
Yes.
But I'll let you take it.
So, as many of you who participated saw, we used the virtualized ISP as our platform for giving puzzles and letting people investigate it, which was really fun. And I was happy by the amount of people who participated. Everybody seemed to have fun. It was fantastic. So yeah, we used that live ISP infrastructure and we hung some legacy devices off of it. We hung some devices off of it running operating systems that they should never have been running, um, and we just hung some other fun puzzles off it. It worked really well to give people kind of the flair of like maybe some past traumas of those of us that have worked in the tech industry. I think we have some stats.
Real quick, I forgot the prizes in the upstairs room. Can someone bring me that box? It's by the lectern. Wrong door. That's the closet. John, come out of the closet. I'll pull your hair. Good boy.
All right, so yeah, there were 16 teams, 36 users. IP addresses doesn't really matter; it was all internal. So out of 30 challenges, 565 total points. We had at least one team that got
Mike. Mike.
All right, I'll try. Okay, yeah, there we go. Reading the rules, no surprise, was one of the easiest ones. And the employee ID puzzle was actually one of the hardest challenges. So yeah, it was. Can I? Yeah, you'll hit it. All right, awesome. Yeah, everybody interacted with pretty much all parts, all categories. That fails greater than solves as expected. I like that people kept at it till they found the solution. So that was good. So the surprising thing for me this time around was how much AI helped people solve flags. AI surprisingly solved a flag for at least one team before all the information for that flag had been released, which made me spend an hour trying to figure out how I accidentally leaked it before I finally asked and found out. Oh, okay, the AI pieced it together for you, even though we have not released all that information. Got it. Cool. That happened on a couple flags, so that's a lesson we will take into next year, and we will play with some more. What's on the next slide? Okay, yeah. Here's the point breakdown of we leaned heavily into networking stuff and wrong OS stuff for probably the most of the certs because we had the ISP and the wrong OS boxes were frankly fun. There were some red herrings there. People used some good lateral thinking for the wrong OS, which I liked. Somebody asked if they could hook up monitors and keyboards to them. And other people network scan them. So I liked that there were a lot of different thoughts about how to solve that.
Something I want to mention about the wrong OS before I go to the next slide. Who did not get to play on wrong OS? Just got like a few hands. Okay, so wrong OS was. I mentioned the inspiration about the challenge of finding the most wrong cheesesteaks and then pivoting over to this because I started saying people loading operating systems on hardware that had no business running that operating system, like Windows NT4 on a GameCube. And that's not supposed to be. And part of the background in my mind of why I love this idea is that two friends and I managed to get a piece of hardware in the United States that does, it's a computer that does weird virtualization, but not really virtualization of whatever operating system that you want to put on it. It's called an Elbrus. And one of the demo videos of it shows a guy playing like booting Windows 2000. Well, not booting. Windows 2000 is running, and then it slides over and it's playing a PlayStation game without rebooting or anything like that. So if you want to learn more about Elbrus, you're going to have to learn some Russian. And it's a fascinating platform. So Wrong OS and that grew onto me. So we had 4 real hosts. We were going to have 5. I ran out of time. But there were 2 Apple TVs. So anyone want to shout out one of the operating systems? Thank you, John. Of one of the wrong OSs on an Apple TV. Yes, sir. Windows XP was on a Apple TV. No, should not. What was another operating system on the other Apple TV? Yes, sir. Hannah Montana Linux. Because why not? Okay, there were two other hosts. There was a Nintendo Wii. What operating system was running on the Nintendo Wii? Anyone get that one? BSD. Well, so while we were originally thinking about what to do with the fact that I got BSD running on a Windows NT and how we could bake it into the infrastructure, we thought about making it the Radius server with an extra I in it to make it a hint, but that wasn't going to work. And then the last one was the Juniper appliance. Anyone guess the operating system that it was providing? So Juniper runs Junos, right? It's a VPN routing appliance. It's running Solaris. And the reason why that one stuck out for me personally is yet another Rust experience long time in Galaxy a long time ago in a weird network. The company I worked at had a great relationship with Juniper, and we had these giant routers called MX960s. And we would get bored during the testing, and we had Juniper engineers that would sign whatever code we wanted. So we ran a Quake server and a core routing infrastructure just because we were bored. And so I was like, oh, sure, yeah, I could host something that has a Quake engine in it. But anyways, I think the next slide are the winners. Should be.
If we did this right.
If we did this right. Yay, we did it right. I'll let you go.
All right. Russ. Yes. Russ, how many prizes?
We're going to do first place, second place, and third place, and I have 5 things for each. Well, 1 for 1, and then yeah.
All right, so I'm going to call them out, and the team can just come up, and Russ will give prizes. So first place is Jelly's Fishes with 565. Oh. All right.
No.
So there are 5 prizes.
Yes. So for first place, you get a JawnCon challenge coin made beautifully on a laser engraver. And then you also get a JawnCon slate drink coaster, also made on a laser engraver. And where is your...
Their 5th member is not here.
Oh, well, okay. He'll get that in a minute. So anything that you want to have as a remark about it? Okay, and you're not going to do that again. Okay, cool. No, no, excellent. Thank you. Next up.
All right, next up in second place is Sloppy John with 525 points. All right.
They get, and then they get to share that. Alrighty, y'all get to share that. Sorry, you got the one with gold, and you also get your JawnCon challenge coins.
Don't share it by dropping it on his foot.
David, are you in the room? I don't see him. So David was going through his history of stuff and came across a Heath kit that is practically new in box. And a fun electronics project, and it's yours now. Have fun. Sure. Congratulations.
All right, and in third place we have Hack 5 with 315 points. Woo!
Yes, you get a Wi-Fi pineapple, Mubix. and a kiss from Darren. Well, first, here's your coins. And I have actually a voucher for y'all from, what's that book place? Bill. Yes. Not Bill, No Starch, thank you. Y'all have a No Starch coupon that I need to email you. I'll send it to Mubix, he'll get it to you. So, hey, thank you guys for doing that. Yeah.
I just want to shout out to the people who helped.
What's that?
I'm going to give a shout out to the people who helped.
Yes, go for it.
All right. I just wanted to give a shout out for the people who helped me, develop flags, test flags, brainstorm ideas. Matt, Xerxes, John, who you just saw. Bill helped us with the CTF as well, and Russ and Dragorn. We're back and forth all the time. Russ built a lot of the gear that was in the CTF. So thank you all for your help and making this successful.
Thanks. I especially want to say a huge thank you to my beautiful, lovely wife, Beth, for putting up with this shit in our house for about a month. It's been over a month. I'll trust her knowledge on that better. In her office, I had the infrastructure rack strategically placed under the thermostat for the first floor. Y'all know what happened with that. And then the other rack was on the other side of our house on an entirely different circuit breaker with cables spanning from one side of the house to the other and gaff tape in front of our front door. So thank you for your love and patience and support. The house is now clean. And this won't happen again next year. I promise. It'll be in the garage. All righty. Ham stats. The ham radio folks available to give some ham stats? Or are they still actually administering ham? They're still doing tests? Okay. So far, okay. Do you have any high level info of 5 new hams, 1 upgrade? Fantastic. And still some testing. Okay, that is fantastic. I like that information. 2 still testing. Yeah, 11 tested. 5 new hams, 1 upgrade. All right, that is amazing. It is worth us to still do this. All right, so we'll keep doing this. Even if it was just 1 person, it's worth it. All right, sponsors, thank you all for providing the infrastructure. Like JP Morgan provided a lot of funding for this event this year. Unix Surplus provided our hardware that was doing all the terrible things and providing the terrible things for y'all. They're a company out in California. They take what would be considered e-waste, recertify, revalidate it, and put it back into the ecosystem and give it another chance at life. So you can get hardware from them on the cheap. It may not be cheap with your power bill if you put it under the thermostats. I have experience with that. Vios was amazing in supporting us. They said supporting us was a no-brainer as far as their process was concerned. So we're really lucky to have them, and as well as the South Philly CISOs who stepped up to help us out financially with some things as well. And moral support and time and energy, like Matt also, not just being one of our photographers, has been stepping up with challenges and providing infrastructure support and just, do you have free time? No. All right. So with all of that, I don't have anything else to say other than we'll see y'all next year. We'll be back. I think the changes so far. Get him. Hi, baby boy. Oh, he's got something. He's got a nugget. Oh, geez. Okay. Oh, geez. There we go. Thank you. um, Thank you. So what we plan on doing, or what I'm talking about in my own head, and I haven't shared this with my staff yet, but I'm going to share it with everyone, and you can give a thumbs up, thumbs down, or we'll wrestle for it. I don't know. But I always mention, it's been my experience that, like in information security, you can make it faster, cheaper, or more secure, pick 2. But with conferences and events, you can grow it 1 of 3 ways. You can add more time, you could add more attendance, or you could add more space. At most, pick 2. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up for failure for not being able to scale appropriately. And this year, our 2 growth directions were a little bit, was one focus on people, and then we opened an extra track. And it turns out that I'm glad that we opened an extra track because that was the vector that we grew into. So it sounds like to me that the best way to grow this is to have more time. So if we were to have more time, I'm thinking about expanding into a half day on Sunday. So we would end at noon on Sunday and then have 2 more tracks on Sunday available for folks as well, because the people who have opinions that are worthy of sharing are numerous, and I need your voices and want to support your voices. So that's kind of where I'm thinking about, but still keep the head count about where it is, because that seemed to be like everyone feels like the vibe is good with the amount of people at this, as well as the stuff that's going on. So I'm going to think about that as my thing. If you have any other ideas, there's a chat room called Suggest John. If you have any ideas or thoughts about that or anything else, please leave your comments on there. You will be engaged and listened to, and we will do our best to support and fold in your opinions into the matter as well, because it takes a village to raise this idiot. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you all for coming. I did this exactly how I wanted, and just under 30 minutes. So if you don't have any questions, thank you for coming. Are there any questions at the moment before we? Yes, sir. What was the question? Cheese sponsor. We'll talk. Yeah. Yeah, I think someone just volunteered to go find a cheese sponsor. Let's do that. We'll figure that out. The cheese vending machine in Fishtown. Okay, well, I don't care how you get it here, just as long as um, that there's no tracking device on it, and it's returned in its original working condition. Speaking of which, also like a minor thank you to SEPTA for forgetting that they let me have the sign. It's been sitting in my garage for a year. um, if they want it back, I'm willing to give it back, but last year was fucky. So, anyways, no other questions, queries, or posers. Y'all have a good weekend. I'll see y'all on the flip side and have a good one. Thank you.